Hello, and welcome to my comprehensive guide on how to play Donkey Kong. First of all, before you even enter a match, you must remember to pick the default skin, because this is a Donkey Kong guide, not a Pinky Kong guide, not a Goldie Kong guide, and definitely not a Yeti Kong guide. So unless you're playing the real Donkey Kong, this guide is not for you. But now that we've got that out of the way, we can get into the real meat of this guide. Playing Donkey Kong at a high level is an incredibly technical feat. Emphasis on the feat. But also the technical, because as a Donkey Kong player you must know how to perform very complex maneuvers such as the reverse aerial rush, or RA for short. And the fact that it has an acronym just goes to show how intricate and difficult to perform this tech is. To perform it, you have to run forward, turn around, jump, and then press the attack button and the forward button at the same time. Now I know that might have been a bit too much to process at once, so of course, feel free to rewind and listen to it again as many times as you need to. 10 times, 100 times. It personally took me over 23 years to master this technique, and I can still only get it about 60% of the time. So once you are able to perform the reverse aerial rush, or RA for short, you must now incorporate it into your play. You've always got to be on your toes if you want to know when to use this secret technique. The key is to use it wisely and sparingly. Bear in mind though, eventually your opponent will catch onto your technique and try to counter it. You may have heard this before, but Smash is often compared to a game of rock, paper, scissors. Donkey Kong's graceful form is represented by scissors, able to cut through your opponent like paper. However, once your opponent starts shielding, represented by rock, your scissors can no longer cut through. And that's when you bring out the big donkey hands and grab that rock like a paper, enveloping the enemy and leaving them with nowhere to run. This is where things get even more complicated. At 0%, what you want to do is to grab your opponent. Then, at 10 to 20%, you want to grab your opponent. Then once they are up to about 30%, you have to try to get a grab. And now comes the most important bit. At 40 to 50%, you have to get a grab. At 60%, you have to go for another grab. Then at 70%, it might be difficult to understand, but you'll try to grab your opponent. Finally, at kill percent, which varies from character to character, you have to, yes, you won't believe it, get a grab. Don't worry though, if you go over by a bit, what you want to do is to get a grab. And if you're way over the kill percent, your last resort is to go for a grab. Now yes, I know that that's a lot of information to take in, but over time as you practice, weeks, months, years of playing Donkey Kong, eventually this stuff will become second nature. Until then though, use flashcards, mind maps, tables, anything to help you remember what to do at each percent, because this is extremely vital information that every Donkey Kong main must know. It personally took me over 52 years to get this stuff right, and I'm quite a natural when it comes to Smash, so don't worry if it takes you an entire lifetime of dedication and practice, because it's all worth it in the end. Just to see the big D on the results screen, it's all worth it. So, now that you've come this far, you have all you need to know to play Donkey Kong at the highest competitive level. I have taught you all of my techniques, and so, it's now up to you to carry on the dong for future generations to behold. Thank you, and good luck.